everybody. This is Lisa, and this is my show, Angel Guidance by Lisa. And I am an evidential medium, an intuitive, and a Reiki master healer. And I'm also a teacher of all things spiritual. And so I just wanted to welcome you to my show today. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what I do almost every single day. And what I do is I help people feel better. And I think that's the best job in the world, because there's a lot of people who are hurting, a lot of people who seek me out for healing. And my job is to help people heal. Now, I'm not a doctor and I don't give medical advice, but what I am is a spiritual guide for those who need help. And as a spiritual guide, I am a channel for divine love. And so let me tell you a little bit about the type of healing I do mostly for those who come to see me in person or actually connect with me over the internet and seek me out for distance healing. I am a Reiki master healer, and what that means is that I channel universal source energy and give it to people who come to my home, for example, and that allows their vibration or their frequency to raise up and to become attuned to the Reiki energy that I'm giving them. So let me back up a little bit, because perhaps for some of you, this is new, and I'd like to explain it just a little bit. When you hear about the word Reiki, sometimes people think, oh, it has to do with energy, and that's true, and that a lot of people are called Reiki masters, and that's true as well. Sometimes people use the word Reiki and they don't really mean Reiki, they mean another type of energy healing. For me, since I am a Reiki master, I was given certain Reiki energy symbols from another master who attuned me or brought into harmony my energy with the master symbols from Reiki. And so by doing that, the energy of the Reiki symbols are kind of like a film or a lens over a camera that allows universal source energy to flow through those symbols and help people heal in a particular way. Now, when someone comes to see me and they've never had Reiki, I'll ask them, why are you here? Have you had energy work before? And what are your goals for the session? What do you hope to heal? What do you hope to release? A lot of people come to me with feelings of stress and anxiety. Some have depression. Others just want to feel good and they want to have a Reiki tune-up, and Reiki is wonderful for that. So when I actually lay my hands, and it's very lightly touching or sometimes right above the person's body, Reiki flows through me. It comes in through my crown chakra up here and flows through my body. And for me, I'm channeling it out of my hands, out of the palms of my hands. And I just sort of put my hands over the person who's laying on my table. I have a massage table, and they sometimes can feel the Reiki energy flowing through my hands. Sometimes they'll notice it as heat or coolness. They might notice a tingling or a vibration. They may feel a presence in the room other than myself, which would probably be an angel or a Reiki guide, or even perhaps the presence of a loved one in spirit who is there because they're concerned and want to lend healing and love to the session. So that may sound a little different for some of you, but I can assure you that this does happen, and it happens many times. And over the years, I was kind of thinking about how many times I give Reiki. I give several hundred sessions a year. And so if I total that all up, it would be well over 1,000 sessions for the time I've been giving Reiki professionally, where I have interacted with people and I've helped them feel better. Because let me tell you what happens after a Reiki session. The person will tell me, wow, I feel peaceful. I feel lighter. I feel good, relaxed. And a lot of times, whatever was bothering them at the start of the session will suddenly come to them in a new light. In other words, they'll have clarity around what the problem was. They'll have a direction on what way to turn. So that's Reiki, and that's what I do as a profession, and I'm so fortunate that I get to do that almost every single day. Now, in addition to Reiki, another thing that I do for people when they come to see me, if they're open to it, I give them intuitive guidance during the Reiki session. And when I do that, that means that because I am literally in their energetic field, and your energetic field is this sort of egg-shaped form around your physical body that gives off information about you, because your energetic body holds patterns of your thoughts, of your emotions, and sometimes even physical pain can be noted as energy in your energetic field. Some of you may know that as your aura, and your aura is a layered grouping of energy, and typically in multiple colors. So when I'm giving Reiki, I will be actually reading the energy in your aura as well. And that energy comes across to me as words, like I may hear a word that'll tell me something about your energy. It will come to me as a vision. I may see something clairvoyantly in my third eye that will tell me something about perhaps an issue you are going through at the time that you need to heal or release. I will also feel perhaps your physical illness or your mental or emotional patterns. For instance, before people come to me for Reiki, because I am very in tune to people's energy, I may notice any kind of physical or mental or emotional patterns that are going on with you. So if you're having a lot of stress and anxiety, I may feel stressed and anxious before you get to my home. If you have a stomach ache or a headache, I may pick up on that physically and notice your stomach ache or your headache. And to me, it just feels like literally what I just described to you, but I know that it's not my energy. I know what I feel like. And so I will release those energetic messages from my aura after I get them. And it's kind of like a pre-phone call, you know, it's like, hi, I'm coming and I feel this way. I pick up on that. And that's perfectly natural. And a lot of you may experience that kind of thing as well, being able to pick up on energy from other people. So during the session, I will pick up on these energetic imprints that are in your aura. The other thing that I pick up on during a Reiki session, many times, not always, I will connect with those who have departed, who are connected to the client, like a loved one in spirit, who would be a grandmother or a mother, or could be a relative or a friend who has crossed over to the other side. And when I pick up on that kind of energy, or that person who is coming in for the session, usually the information that they want to share is instrumental to the client's healing and what they're going through at that time. So usually it's not just some random message that a loved one in spirit wants you to know. Usually it's some message that is related to what you need to move forward in life. Because our loved ones in spirit are still around us and with us, even though we don't see them, they are still connected to us through love. And because of that, and because I'm able to sense that kind of information as well, I will often bring through people who have crossed over to the client who is receiving the Reiki on the table. Now, I also give Reiki to people around the world. And it works the same way, except obviously they are not in my living room. I call them or have a Zoom session with them after they've set up the appointment. And we approach a Reiki session in a very similar way. I ask my client to relax or recline in a quiet space and to close their eyes and just become comfortable. And we chat a little bit prior to find out what their goals are. And then I start the Reiki session. Because energy, and that is what Reiki is, has no time or physical space constraint or limitation, when I give Reiki to someone who is not in my physical presence, it works the same way. So a lot of times I will actually hear from the people who are receiving Reiki, perhaps in another state, perhaps in another country, that they can actually feel the Reiki energy physically in their body. Many times they will just feel an experience of feeling at peace or feeling lighter and having clarity, just like the people who come to see me in person. So knowing this, it's very comforting for those who would like to work with me, who would like to reach out and feel better, to connect with me and get a Reiki session long distance. I've had people contact me from England, from Norway, from Ireland, from other states in the United States, interested and willing and to heal and wanting to work with me. While I give you a distance session, I also am in tune with your energy, so I'm able to give you intuitive information as well. Things that are going on with you that could be shifted so you can heal. I also may connect with loved ones in spirit during a Reiki session at a distance and be able to give you information from them in order to help you heal. So it doesn't matter if you want to work with me, if you are in the Kansas City area or if you are somewhere else. I will let you know that I do book out several weeks in advance for my in-person sessions. So if you're in the Kansas City area or in the Overland Park, Kansas area and like a session with me, please feel free to reach out to me on my Facebook page at Pure Love Energy, or you can also go to my website, pureloveenergy.com, and click on the Message Me button, and I'll get your information. Same is true if you would like a distance session. Reach out to me on my Facebook page at Pure Love Energy, and I will get back with you as soon as I can. I'm able to book distance sessions a little more quickly than my in-person because I have a little more flexibility as to when I do those. So that being said, I just want to thank everybody for listening to my explanation of what I do and how I am very grateful to help people feel better. So I think we're ready for a caller, and I'm going to go to Trinity in Florida. Trinity, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you? Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm a little envious. You're in a much warmer place than I am. I'm in the middle of the United States in Kansas, and you're in one of my favorite places in the world, Florida. What's the weather like down there? Is it warm?
As of right now, it is not. We are at a low 42 degrees.
Oh, no. Well, I hope it gets warmer for you. That's pretty unusual, I'm sure, but it is winter, so I know it dips down in the temperature. So, Trinity, what can I help you with today?
I was wanting to have a love reading done.
Okay, a love reading, sure. And Trinity, are you looking for love?
I can say I'm looking for love. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong places or the right places. I have a guy that I'm talking to at the moment. His name is Cassio. And
okay.
We're two different signs. I'm a Gemini, he's a Capricorn.
Is he a bit stubborn?
He is a bit stubborn.
Uh-huh, right. And it feels like you go back and forth quite a bit with this gentleman. Like, it's like, do I or don't I? Do I or don't I? It feels like
I
it
really
doesn't
do.
fit. Yeah, it doesn't fit like exactly. It feels like you have an idea of who you want in a partner, and sometimes he fits that, and sometimes he doesn't. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Right. That's so funny. I see you like just kind of looking up, rolling your eyes, like when is this all going to come together? When is this all going to come into the way I want it? And sometimes things don't always fit,
Yeah.
So let me draw a few cards and just see what's going on as well this way. My guides talk to me through intuition and also through cards. So I just want to see what we have going on here. Okay. It looks like it looks like this guy would have been someone that attracted you in the first place very romantically. Would you understand that? Like you fell for him pretty quickly. Does that make sense?
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay. And it's like a feeling of being swept off your feet and, just really having all these feelings of, oh my gosh, this is for real. He's the guy. I can't believe it. It's like you were so emotional with him. In the beginning, you felt all these things, and he just, it almost feels like he reeled you in. Would you understand that?
He really did.
Yeah, like I see someone fishing and he caught a fish and it was you and he pulled you in and he got you on his boat. And he's like, okay, now you're here. And, but the thing is, it feels like there are some other things going on with him. So do you feel like he's being called? Do you feel like he's not always there for you? Let's put it that way.
I honestly do feel that way because we've had a couple of situations where it kind of played out that way, and I ended up getting upset with him, and we get mad with each other. We'll stop talking, but we end up talking again to each other.
Yeah. You have a lot of power, you do. And I feel like that deep down, you do have a lot of power. And it feels like if you give in to him, if you go back, like you draw your line and then you cross it again. Would you understand that? with him.
Yes.
Yeah. And he knows that. He sees it. And, you know, if you continue to do that, he's going to continue to play it that way. And unfortunately, I don't see that evolving into a permanent, you know, long-term relationship that has some kind of reward in it for you with this gentleman. Do you get that feeling sometimes?
I do. I get the feeling of him. I don't want to say he's using me, but I get the feeling of him, you know, kind of asking for stuff like, if we're not together, what are you doing? Asking for like materialistic type of thing.
I feel like he sees it as, and I'm back to the fish analogy, there's a lot of fish in the sea, and he doesn't want to get tied down permanently. I feel like he's a little bit of a player. You may not notice, obviously, you don't really want to go there with that and see that. You want to be the only one, but I feel like he would be the one who, you know, still likes to get out and play around a little bit and party. And does that make sense for him?
Yes, it does, because he's always back and forth from Florida to Georgia. And it kind of makes me wonder in my back of my mind, is it someone else? And he make it seem like he's telling me, oh, it's not anybody else. I'm not talking to anyone else but you. And I'm like, no, you are.
Yeah, if there's that feeling you have, if you're questioning that, you know what that is? That's your intuition telling you, be careful, you know, you don't want to get burned, and you want to take it slowly. Now, it's okay to be in that kind of relationship if that's what you want. You know, if you don't want to be tied down and you don't care what he does, then that's fine. But I don't feel like for you, that's where you want this to go. Like you want this to go in a better direction.
I would like to be in a committed relationship, you know, and that's kind of what I'm used to doing. And it seems like he's told me, you know, I don't really like titles like that, but, you know, unless I'm going to marry somebody, I'm like, well, what does that even mean? And it's like he expects girlfriend privileges from me.
I would say, let me draw another card. Okay. When you have someone like your current partner, your boyfriend, who's in that kind of, it's like he's in a space where he doesn't have to make a commitment, so he's not going to ever. Okay? He's not going to. Now, if you want to push it, if you want to set a deadline for it, because you want that kind of commitment in your life, if you're ready for that, then you need to set that deadline with him. And I don't mean a deadline, don't tell him it's a deadline, but say, you know, I need to have more of a commitment from you, and this is how long we have until I no longer want to continue on with you, because I have goals for my life and I'm important, and what my feelings are matter. And sometimes people who don't know all their feelings, you know, they're kind of emotionally unavailable. You understand what I mean by that? Where doesn't want to talk about his feelings. They don't understand how your feelings are important. And it's easy for them to run over your feelings and not address them, okay? Not take them to heart. Like, because the kind of relationship you want is someone who's going to value all of your feelings, everything about you, right? You want someone who is going to honor what you expect from them. And this gentleman sounds like he's very good at attracting people. If you were think about this, if you were so swept up in fell in love in the way you did with him, think about the other ladies, okay, who can experience the same thing with him if he's not committed to you 100%. Okay, he has a quality.
Oh my God. This is going to sound crazy to you, but it's like I always get that feeling, and I'm always telling him how I feel, but I honestly feel like he takes it for granted till I have to call him out on some of his BS, and he's always like, okay, no, it's not like that. No, yes, it is like that, because my intuition never lies.
Yeah. Honestly, Trinity, if that's what you feel, I think you need to trust what your inner guidance is, okay? You need to trust your heart. If you go back and forth like that, he's always going to play that game. He's never going to stop. He's going to play that game. Trust yourself. You are a good woman and with a good heart, and there is a kind, gentle man who is out there for you. I actually can kind of feel this presence coming in right now. I feel like you need to allow for that opportunity to come in. If you're giving your time to your current partner, your current boyfriend, you're not going to be giving the universe or God time or space to allow this new person in, okay? I do feel a kind, gentle man coming your way, and I don't feel it's the one you're with now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so decide. And once you make that decision, you can move forward with allowing this new wonderful person to come into your life. Follow your heart, okay? Seriously.
Okay.
Trust yourself. All right? I think you know that. So, Trinity, I'm going to run. I'm running short on time here. But honestly, just trust yourself, dear, okay? You know the answer. All right?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Trinity. You have a blessed day, okay?
You too.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye, Trinity. So thanks so much for joining me today on my show, Angel Guidance by Lisa. If you'd like to contact me for a reading for a Reiki session, which are wonderful, beautiful, miraculous healing sessions, reach out to me on my Facebook page at Pure Love Energy, or my website, pureloveenergy.com. Thanks so much. Have a fabulous week. Bye-bye.